Hey guys, it's Dr. Scott Graves with TotalGutTransformation.com. The foundation of Chinese medicine has always been in emotional health. Our emotions impact us far more than we think we do. The catch-all that the Western world uses for this is, of course, stress. And the Western medical world has really started to catch up with this idea that our emotions affect everything within our health. In fact, one of the best books that's recently come out that's talked about this is called The Body Keeps the Score. You should definitely check it out. But in Chinese medicine, we have to look at the negative experiences from our past and the past traumas that we have and how those link together with the health problems that we have not only in our gut, but in the rest of our body as well. So what are the emotions that affect our digestive system more than every other? We're going to talk about that here for just a brief moment. The stomach in Chinese medicine is the most affected by oversensitivity and rejection. So this makes a lot of sense because 70% of our immune system, which is gut-associated lymphoid tissue, is found in our digestive tract. So when a foreign substance comes into the stomach or into the intestines, our immune system is programmed to be sensitive and to reject anything that is not supposed to be there. So it initiates this immune response. So oversensitivity and rejection are definitely the biggest ones that contribute to the health of the stomach. If a food enters into our digestive system that's really unhealthy or has some really bad bacteria in it, our body may actually reject it very violently. And when that happens, you'll actually see nausea occur and then, of course, vomiting. So vomiting is actually our body's way of rejecting something that's not good for us. So when we look at all of the things that we consume, we have to look at themes of rejection and being oversensitive. So there are a lot of people in the world that they get really reactive and really defensive very quickly. They're oversensitive. Or if you've had a lot of situations from your past where rejection has been a huge theme with you, then you might see more stomach issues. I remember seeing a patient in the clinic who the main thing that they dealt with emotionally in their life was just lots and lots of rejection. And so it's really important to deal with those emotional themes. Consequently, it was majorly affecting this person's digestive system and lots of symptoms of nausea and burning in the chest and things of this nature that were manifesting physically because of the emotional reality that was affecting the stomach so much. The emotion that affects the pancreas more than any other is worrying and overthinking. Are you a chronic worrier? Are you constantly analyzing things and seeing every angle to what's going on? The most common condition that I see in the clinic that's associated with dysfunction of the pancreas is diabetes. And what I've noticed in cases with diabetics is that diabetics are constantly trying to control things, and eventually the body will give you something that you can't control, and that's elevated blood sugar. So you have to look at the constant worrying and anxiety and overthinking of things in order to deal with this part of the body successfully to heal. In Western medicine, we look at something called the HPA axis. That's the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. And when the body's exposed to stress, what happens is that you'll start pumping out these stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. And what these hormones do is they prepare you for a fight or flight response. But we're not out in the middle of the bush running from lions. It's just the regular stresses that we feel in our life. And these hormones actually reduce our immune function, and they can lead to weight gain and lots of other problems. And eventually what happens is that if you're constantly pumping out these hormones, you're eventually going to get really, really tired because your glands are going to be so exhausted from all the chronic worrying and anxiety. that you have that's affecting your spleen, or excuse me, that's affecting your pancreas. The emotion that affects the spleen more than any other is low self-esteem. So if you've gone through lots of things in your life where you don't have a healthy sense of self, where you have a low self-esteem, you just don't think highly of yourself, then you might start to have issues with your spleen. Where I typically see this is with people who are really depressed. Because interestingly enough, 95% of the serotonin, which is your feel-good chemical, is produced in your digestive system, in your gut. And the organ that regulates that is your spleen. So if you're constantly afraid that you're not good enough and you have this low self-esteem, then you have to take a look at the emotions, the traumas, the past experiences where this got created for you in the past. The tool that I use in the clinic to help people to release emotions from their system and to be free once and for all is called the Sedona method. There's a lot of value to actually talking about what happened to you in the past, but what I've noticed is that there's a very distinct difference between actually talking about what happened in the past and actually releasing and letting go and being free of the emotions that your body's still holding on to from the past. So if you don't feel like this is safe for you to do on your own, I highly encourage you to find a professional that you can get in contact with to help you release and let go of these emotions from your system. Or you can feel free to call me and we can set something up over the phone or here in the clinic. So I'm really passionate about helping people to have amazing digestion. And of course, as we've just seen, it's super important to deal with your emotional structures and the things that have happened to you in the past. I've created a free 3-part video series that can help you to heal even further from your digestive system and your digestive complaints. All you have to do is go to totalguttransformation.com/free, input your first name and your email address, and we will go ahead and send that series out to you 100% for free. Otherwise, if you have found this video helpful, please like it, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.